saw this happening. We saw Gunther becoming our King of the Ring. Finally bringing some prestige back to the King of the Ring after a very long time of it not really meaning anything. And for once, it comes with a title opportunity. As far as the match goes, great technical wrestling between both. You got the up and comer, and in WWE, not in general in wrestling, because Gunther's probably been doing this for a very long time. But and then you got the veteran like Randy Orton. Still looks great in the ring, still does what he does. Still gets the crowd reaction. It is a little tricky how they, kind of didn't address the whole Randy shoulders not down situation. And it's funny enough because I remember watching the match and then seeing the roll up when he won. I was like, that shoulder's not down. For some reason,
I didn't catch
that happens. I'll usually like, oh, I didn't catch that. But for this one, I actually caught it instantly. I was like, but you know what? It is what it is. I mean, it's not like it was for the title or anything, but this isn't something that Randy needs right now. Like we were kind of talking before, WWE is creating these new stars, and Gunther's been on fire for such a long time with everything he did with the IC title. It's just adding more momentum, and his time might be coming sooner than later. I don't know, but Randy did his thing. I think Randy's in a place where he's just kind of there to boost new talent, or I've said this numerous times. I wouldn't mind Randy having another title reign before he retires. Hopefully it's not soon, but Randy's still one of those top figures in the company that's just been doing this for so long, and it's still great to see him out there and still doing after that injury and that surgery and everything. So, but congrats to Gunther.
Just to echo Lewis's sentiments, yeah, definitely was a decision that we all predicted for Gunther becoming King of the Ring. As far as the match itself, I think Corey Graves has said on commentary that as far as in-ring technicians go, that Gunther and Randy are the best of the best right now within the company, and you definitely saw that within this match. I mean, you saw it was a very slow pace, but it was methodical. I mean, they utilized a lot of psychology. I mean, if you want to be a professional wrestler, I mean, they always say that less is more, and watching a match like this, kind of gives you the fundamental tools if you are trying to become an aspiring wrestler. Because if you, like I said, it was slow pace. Wasn't anything crazy as the matches we're going to talk about later in the show and such on the other companies. But it was great, slow paced. I didn't actually see his shoulder up until the replay. I thought it was very interesting. Maybe it's something that they go back to way down the line. I definitely wouldn't mind seeing a Gunther and Randy program, but congrats to Gunther, being the King General, and with his promo on Monday Night Raw against Damian Priest when he was talking about how since he's been on the main roster, he's been waiting for somebody to kind of step up and kind of show him something different and teach him, because he's been that dominant. And with him and just the look with him with the suit and him holding the crown, you could just tell that this is what they envisioned when they brought back King of the Ring for probably he was the first guy they were thinking of as the winner. Now going over to Randy, like Lewis, I'm dying for another Randy Orton title run in myself. That he's definitely going to have a great program with Cody. I don't know when. I don't know how Rock and Roman factor in, but eventually when they get to that program, there is so much history and so much story they can tell, and especially with the way that their production is right now. I mean, they'll be able to make a mini movie out of that story. Mm-hmm. So definitely something to look forward to. But as Lewis said, congrats to Gunther.
This was a very physical match, and that was one of the concerns that I had coming in, because I was like, we haven't seen these guys really wrestle each other. How is Randy going to take this physical toll? And it looked like he got his ass kicked in that match, as he had to be helped out by officials walking out. I thought the match was great. everything that I expected from this match. We all picked Gunther to win. We all thought Randy was going to advance and thought Gunther would win. I just thought it was a highly intense match, and again, you can't get a bad match out of Gunther, and to see him and Randy actually pair off was great to see that, because it's contrasting styles, it's contrasting eras, if you want to say that as well. And it's just basically, I thought it was a passing of the torch moment, but it looks like this is going to continue, of course, with the shoulder up. If that's the case, I'm fine with that. If we get another match like this is awesome. And I like the way that Triple H actually addressed this, actually better than they would have in the past, where they would just completely ignore it and have it as a cliffhanger. Maybe this is a part of the storytelling and the booking. I think it's great, because now you set up either for Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, or whatever the case may be, whatever this leads to, because obviously he also acknowledged that they're both on separate brands. It has to figure out a way to have this match again. They're actually going to try to do it. So, and I think that's something that's great, because as Brian has been saying for over the past couple of years, since we started this podcast, things matter, matches matter, impact matters when there's stakes on the line. Mm-hmm. Both of these guys have an opportunity to get a respected championship match at SummerSlam. That is the winner of the King and Queen of the Ring. That's what it is. Now, the fact that there's some controversy, and they've said that they've been saying that Gunther hasn't even put the crown on his head. I don't think he's going to do that, but it's kind of acknowledgement, hey, I still got to go beat Randy Orton. So hopefully this continues, and Randy's healthy. Hopefully he wasn't banged up. Hopefully that's just part of the storyline. It was just a physical match, but I really like the match between these two, and I think there's a lot of story to tell between these two, because now it's Randy trying to hold off the new guard of Gunther, this dominant reign of this guy who has been killing everyone literally in the ring, besides Sami Zayn, but literally killing everybody in this since he's been called up to the main roster, and it's just incredible to see, and see Randy still hang with him. That's definitely a story that basically writes itself. Hopefully they can continue that, and even when Gunther with his promo on Raw, of course we saw everybody come out, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and even Braun Strowman. So definitely some players in play there, some shuffling of the deck there in the world title picture, but Gunther should be in that title picture, which we all agree on. So congratulations to Gunther for being the King of the Ring. It was an awesome match, awesome show. But let's move on. Let's get into the Queen of the